hosted by Ty Pennington, only on HLN.
Okay, earlier this week, we told you about that killer nurse in Texas. She's scheduled to be released from prison after serving only a third of her 99-year sentence, and it left a lot of you outraged. Here's the backstory. 30 years ago, this woman seen here, Janine Jones, drugged babies while she worked as a nurse at a hospital and at a pediatric clinic. She was convicted of killing one of those babies and injuring another, but she's suspected of killing as many as 47 babies. She's been dubbed by many as a serial baby killer. Well, the reason that Texas may let her go free: good behavior behind bars. There were no cameras allowed in the courtroom back in the mid-'80s, so much of that media coverage was told through these pictures, the pencils of Gary Myrick, the sketch artist who documented all the drama during every day of Jones's trial. And Gary joins us live out of Dallas. And Gary, appreciate you being with us. I just want to take you back, speak to me from the heart for a moment here. What do you remember seeing, observing, feeling as you were sketching this woman day in and day out?
Well, that was a long time ago, but it has vividly stuck in my mind, especially the emotional impact, because it was such a severe situation and tragic. I certainly remember the grief of the parents sitting there listening to this painful testimony. And I did have the impression of Janine Jones that she was both fearful and overconfident at the same time, and almost like she couldn't understand why everyone was being so mean to her and persecuting her. I think she was very confident that she would be acquitted until the verdict came in, and then it pretty much shattered her.
Wow,
so
Drew,
that's something I depicted.
That's interesting. I mean, a confidence that she would be set free. I mean, that's fascinating to me when you think possibly up to 47 babies this woman killed.
Right. So this is not somebody who went with the intent of killing. This is somebody who's not connected to reality and thought she was helping. Very much like when we hear sometimes women with postpartum depression will kill their children thinking that they're doing something positive for them or they're rescuing them from something. So there's something horribly wrong with this woman from a mental health standpoint. What that is, we need to get more evidence about that. Now, it may or may not be a treatable thing, but for sure, and what a bizarre combination of medication she administers these children too, was digoxin, heparin, and succinylcholine, which is a neuromuscular blocker, which is sort of something used to paralyze people for anesthesia so they don't move during a surgery. And this is bizarre thinking. It's totally not connected to reality, which is consistent with what we're hearing about her behavior in the court.
Was she obsessed with the attention, Gary? You had mentioned something like that.
Well, there's something sort of perverse that I do on rare occasions, and that is I have the defendant sign my sketch. It's not because I'm a fan, it's because I think it can add a certain provenance and irony and maybe depth to the sketch. So, I had Janine Jones autograph that sketch, and she was more than happy to do it. She really acted like she was on the red carpet at a premiere or something.
Wow, is that creepy? All right, we're going to dig a little deeper into that mindset, which is why, Drew, we have you on hand, of course. We'll talk more about this story. Stay on the case. Gary, thanks. And while investigators believe that she killed anywhere from 11 to 47 babies, they were only able to convict her on one of those murders. They say that proving those other cases in court would be nearly impossible if they can't pin her to another murder. Janine Jones is expected to walk out of prison free in 2018. So how would you feel if you saw your babysitter or nanny sleeping